events 8 hours before he died.
There are invisible spy devices all
OpenAI will eat Microsoft alive.
United States, there's literally
So this woman, she's very deep in the ocean surfing, and she decides to take some pictures. After reviewing the picture the next day, she noticed there were some dolphins on the side of the picture. But then she noticed something terrifying. She also noticed a face on the other side. Do you think this could be a mermaid?
Wait, why are we jumping right to a mermaid? I mean, it could be like a killer whale in the middle of a splash. I don't know. I mean, mermaid seems like the likely answer, but I'm like, bro, it could be another mystical creature in the ocean waters of sorts. You don't understand. There's aliens down there too. You don't understand. They could be riding the things up above the... Welcome back, Goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. Hey, I got some more creepy, weird, strange For You page content. I opened up the algorithm for more creators. So let's see what we get. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain. United States, there's literally wild gorillas just walking in the forest right now.
There is a population of wild gorilla in the United States. And if you don't believe it, look it up for yourself. Now, in Florida, right, there is what's called the Eastern Lowland gorilla. Now, at one time, there were all of these wildlife sanctuaries and zoos. And when Hurricane Andrew came through, it basically destroyed a lot of these places. And the gorillas escaped and made their way out to the swamplands, where they reproduced, and there is still to this day a large wild population of gorillas in the Everglades. And not only that, in the 40s and 50s, they brought mountain gorillas from Africa here to America to do this experiment where they were seeing if they could adapt them to the environment of the United States. And so they put them in this very large enclosure, and eventually the money ran out and these gorillas escaped into the woods. And they, once again, they mated and reproduced, and they actually thrived. And there is a good sized population of wild gorillas throughout the United States, in the Southeast and the Southwest, even the Pacific Northwest. And yeah, I mean, if you are walking, say in Washington or Georgia, in the woods, you could potentially encounter a gorilla.
Bro, I'm still more scared about those alligators and crocodiles in the water than the gorillas, bro. The gorillas are freaking herbivores. What they gonna do? Freaking Harambe out on me? No, we did that dirty. Harambe, R.I.P. legend. Sorry. Cool. So it wasn't Bigfoot the entire time. It was just gorillas. It was just gorillas the entire time. I don't know. Wouldn't we have more sightings? Like, wouldn't people just be like, yo, there's gorillas here, look. Like, similar to how they find the bears, and they're like, oh my god, a bear with something hanging out of its... We're gonna keep it going.
There are invisible spy devices all around us.
Watch this.
Oh, a former NASA engineer just claimed that there's trillions of shape-shifting cloaking devices that are for surveillance all around the world? Goody! Tell me more. Yeah,
who would have guessed?
These devices, they say, are cloaked. You do not see them, of course, because of their cloakability. Not to mention, they can shapeshift if they are seen to look like something else.
Say weird.
And yet still surveil the area and report back to whatever it is they're reporting back to.
Hey, that cloaking device is the cell phone. You simmer down. They were cloaking the entire time. Oh my god, come on now. Okay. I don't know how I feel. At first, I'm like, yo, someone's like getting riled up. I'm all about getting riled up. I like a good riling. Regardless, is this okay? Is that animal in distress? Are we doing something here? Are we causing something to this animal? Are we causing an emotional distress? Oh boy. PETA, is this fine?
Here you can see the ventilation shafts of Derinkuyo underground city. When you arrive there, you'll immediately notice them. Unfortunately, you cannot look through this metal cover, but Once you are inside, there is one area, you walk through a tunnel and you come by this impressive ventilation shaft to your left. When you look down there, you get a feeling of how deep this underground city actually is, since only a few levels are open to public.
Bro, this is one of those things where we send the drone down the tunnel and see the uninhabited places that they haven't opened up. Oh my god, that is wild. Can we do this in like the pyramids of sorts? If we just get one of those nanobots that just goes through the entire pyramids and figures out every single place that we haven't found or explored? Cool. The robots are coming. They're going to start doing the exploring for us. It's going to get so much easier. Then we have to figure out, are the robots showing us the truth or not?
I can't believe this. AOL routinely evaluates its products and services and has decided to discontinue dial-up internet. This service will no longer be available in AOL plans as of September 30th, 2025. You're telling me there's still people out there that connect to AOL with dial-up internet? I seriously thought that was discontinued in like 2010.
Yo, people still have those phone line connections? I don't even think they sell those phone jacks anymore. People only know the Ethernet cables now. You'd show them a phone jack, they look at you silly. They're like, the Ethernet doesn't go into the phone jack. What's happening? I'm like, bro, this is the problem. They got used to all the, was it dongles? Hey, everything can fit into one thing. You just need the dongle for it. And now it's like, this is not a dongle thing. This is a whole different type of cable. Yeah, that's an Ethernet cable, and this is a phone jack, buddy. Oh, God. People used phone jacks for dial-up internet back in the day. It did the whole thing, and if someone called your phone, then you didn't have access to internet. You may not understand, but, the real goons that went through this period, they know. This is probably a good thing. We're forcing them to adapt to the new tech. Get those Ethernet cables. Get rid of those phone jacks. Hey, get that cell phone. Sorry. I'm all for singularity. I'm okay.
Mansa Musa was the richest man in history, but you don't get to tell his story because he's an African. That man was giving out gold when he took a trip to the Middle East. He was throwing gold to people everywhere he went. But see, you don't know that. These kids don't know that.
Wait, I want the gold. Where's my gold, bro? Is that what happened? He gave out all the gold and now he has no gold, and that's why we don't know him like we know the other billionaires. But they tell you they know all these billionaires that have a lot of money, and I'm like, bro, the real people that have money are all those princesses in Saudi Arabia and stuff, and Dubai and stuff. You don't understand. There's nothing. You can't even measure their wealth, bro. They aren't on any list because that list is unmeasurable when it comes to their financial and monetary value. Oh boy. Imagine they're even bigger than any of those families that we keep. Cool. Don't come after me. I'm simply exploring. Cool.
You probably saw Elon yesterday. He said, quote, OpenAI will eat Microsoft alive. And then Satya responding to that. What do you think when you read that?
I don't think about him that much.
What do you think of the larger idea, though, that he's effectively saying that OpenAI long-term will eat Microsoft alive?
I don't even know what that means. Do you know what that means?
I'm not sure what he means, except to say that he thinks in the grand scheme of the partnership that ultimately you'll have more power, more influence, and more leverage over them than they'll have over you.
I thought he was I thought he was just tweeting all day about how much OpenAI sucks and our model is bad and not going to be a good company and all of that. So I don't know how you square those two things.
I like what you did there. You didn't answer the question. You just dodged. Oh boy. He's like, really, Sam? You don't understand what you know? You know exactly what he said. Hey, Sam already knows he's gonna take over Microsoft. Oh boy. He probably won't even need Microsoft. He'll probably outgrow Microsoft. He's like, bro, I can just do this with my own money. Half the revenue's from us anyway. Everything's switching to AI. This guy's got the money. Yeah, I think Elon sees it as well. That's where the next money thing's going to be. What is it called? That idiot index? Yeah, that's where it is in AI right now. Oh boy. We'll see.
This has to be a money laundering scheme. Who still buys these vacuums? It's like a whole ass vacuum store.
Yeah, and literally these Kirby vacuums, they were like half horsepower machines, die-cast aluminum. They sold themselves. You didn't have to do much. You just like showed them, you like vacuumed some person's rug, and then boom, they saw all the dirt the vacuum picked up. And like the best part was I would get like their vacuum that they already have, and they're like, I have a Dyson. Dyson's the best. And they'll go over the spot like 50 to 100 times. Then I fire up the Kirby. I go over the same spot once, and I'm like, look at all this dirt I picked up, even after you ran your Dyson over the same spot 100 times. And those things sold themselves. Trust me. If you ever get a door-to-door vacuum salesman, don't turn him down. Poor Teddy was one of them. Hey, just listen to his spiel and maybe just try to buy it. Maybe. Oh my God, what are you turning into, an ad salesman? Oh, now you don't have to skip the ad. Teddy's telling you the things. Hey, this is not a paid ad. I literally worked for this company. I'm just letting you know. I can understand why people are using these vacuums. They sell themselves. They're the real vacuums. They figured out the tech. They're not selling it to Dyson. Dyson needs to make their own Kirby's. Sorry. There's also other brands. This turned into something else. Talking about something else. Hey, how you doing? What happened with that thing that you used to do? You know, those interactions? They say you're still watching, you're just not interacting. Am I not, like, telling you to interact enough? I thought I'd tell you every video, but I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? If you don't interact, the other goons we can't find, and then they won't interact, and then, boom, I fall off the algorithm, and then what? I stop making videos, and you have no... Yeah. Let's go back to the interactions, please. Help us out. We need your help. Hey, help us find the other goons, just in case you fall off, too. It's happened before. Please, help us out. Thank you. Love you.
So guys, I'm going to show you what we did when I was Amish. We would take chickens and we would actually put them to sleep in broad daylight. They would just lay down and they would go to sleep. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this. I have my chicken here. She's a sweetheart. She loves to be pet. Let me get her up here where you can actually see what was going on. But take her head, put her over like this, put that over like that. And then what you're going to do is get her legs, and then you're gonna go like this, okay? 3 or 4 times, however many times you want. And then we're gonna lay her down like so, and she's sleeping. Chicken is completely asleep, but she's alive. See? She's just laying there, completely asleep. So that's how you can put a chicken to sleep. So if your chickens are annoying, all you need to do, you can put them to bed. Then all you do is you just kind of touch her and oh, she's awake. She's awake again. So that's how you put a chicken to sleep.
Wait, I don't understand. Why are you putting the chickens to sleep? Like, what's the reason that you're... Never mind. I guess it's the least cruel way. I guess you're not using anything else. Oh, God. Maybe it's not for unleavened. Maybe it's like, hey, the chicken's scared. It needs to fall asleep. And it's having a hard time because it's afraid the fox is going to come into the chicken. Oh, you never know what kind of things come into the chicken coop. That's why the chicken's scared, bro. You gotta put it to sleep. Wait, can you do this with humans? Can I pick up a human, have him like, you know, hey, cover your head below your arm, and I'm just gonna spin you in this thing, and then boom. Imagine it's that easy. Oh my God, we would save so many people that have those sleeping disorders. Narcolepsy. Sorry. Hey, Aaron has a chicken. We should find out if this works.
A guy is filming a race, and look what he sees in the background. That tree is moving. It's moving on its own. It's almost like it's walking. What the heck? How is that tree just going for a walk? Trees aren't supposed to be able to walk. How is that tree moving around on its own? What the heck is going on in the world? This is weird.
You know, I have to say, this is not the first walking tree I've seen in video. I guess there must be a species of walking trees somewhere. But I've seen, like, the natural explanation of walking trees, which is like, hey, they just, like, transport themselves closer to water. The root system, like, drives them closer and has them move, but it actually happens over time. It's not truly walking real time. But this video made it seem like it's happening real time. Is this, like, over a period of time that the tree moved, or is this happening real time? These are the real questions. How do I get the walking trees? I want a Groot. I want my own Groot for the Goonland, alright? Imagine I have a few of these walking trees and they're the ones to protect along the Goon droids. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm planning an entire army just in case. No, I'm not. No, don't come after me. Don't come after me. There's no armies here.
Hey, friend.
And the door handle.
Okay.
And then you use the door frame to wedge the chair in there.
I made her go outside. Open it like you're mad. It will not open. It actually worked. Good. Cool.
I did not know this. I did not know chairs could be used for this purpose. Hey, when it comes to child safety, it definitely is a big impact. I'm in a state where, shootings have happened, and don't know if this is going to be the thing that helps stop this, but it's definitely a preventive measure in case we have an active incident. So it's good that content like this is being spread around, because you don't want the perpetrator just to open the door. At least they have something, but at the same time, do they have anything? Should we arm the teachers so that way? Sorry, not trying to go political, just trying to understand what other safety things we can do so we can stop all this madness.
This one gets weird. This is the San Galgano Abbey in Tuscany, and inside it is the actual sword in the stone. That is right, it is real. The University of Pavia has carbon dated the sword to the mid-1100s, which fits perfectly. Radar revealed the full sword, and it sits inside here, underneath that plastic case. The penetrator of this rock was none other than Golgano Guidotti, a Catholic saint. The knights of the time then used this story to integrate the legend of Odin, Anthony Hopkins, into the culture under the church's nose. So Guidotti created this King Arthur story to tell that story. Here's where it starts to get weird. Arthur comes from Arctur, a very huge star that is aligned with the Arctic Circle. In Norse mythology, the ice giants created a network of hinges to open the door for their people to live. But at the time, the earth had barely any ice and was ruled by snakes. The homeland of the giants was Hyperborea. We learn from the Greeks is the dead center of the Arctic Circle. Mr. Guidotti was a knight, and he loved his worldly pleasures. But the Lord gave him a vision and said the only way he's going to get to heaven is if he renounces those. He replies, until my sword goes through the stone like butter, I'm not doing that. So the sword goes through the stone like butter, and he becomes a monk. But the knights typically expose the dark side of the church. That's why they're executed. The real sword is here, stuck in the obelisk from Egypt. The empire had plucked the all-seeing third eye from Egypt. Odin also sacrificed one of his eyes for the ability to see. The black cube is the stone. The Catholics hid theirs in the unfolded cube. The cube has always represented Earth. That is because the Earth is flat. I'm kidding, it's not flat. The crystals we see on Earth form cubical lattice. Monotheism had the task of splitting alchemy into spirituality and the sciences. We are in the age of removing the sword from the stone, claiming the individual's role as king instead of the empire. At least that's what the legend says.
Wait, that means not only do I have the chance at Disney World, I can go to this place and also try and attempt to take the stone out of the stone. Oh boy, imagine I'm the one. Oh boy, imagine you're the one. Oh boy, a goon that can take the stone out of the stone. Oh, sword? Did I say stone out of the stone? Sword out of the stone. Sword out of the stone. Oh boy. Cool. I'm ready for this. I feel like they find swords all the time and they're like, this could be the one. Hey, we found this sword randomly in a lake and it could be the one. I'm like, sure, bro, all the swords could be the one. Let's just find the king that can wield it or unwield it or take it out of the stone. I want to find that person. All the Disney World ones, it's only for a day and then it doesn't feel like it's authentic. Oh, it's not. I know, but I want it to be real. It felt cool just watching the videos. Have you guys know that? Do you know Disney World has one of these things and they randomly choose who pulls it up and you win the whole prize thing? It's a whole spectacle. It's a thing. But wouldn't it feel so cool if you were the one that got... Sorry.
Have you guys heard of Senjen? He's been nominated for a Nobel Prize for saving an endangered butterfly species, and I'm going to tell you how he's done it. Senjen is from the Asia, but more temporally, he's from the China part of the Asia, which is really cool. You can see that he's developed this contraption, this sophisticated contraption. It's a stick with a string with a fake butterfly on it, with a replica, you might call it, but it also has scentage on it that attracts this endangered butterfly species called the Waffner butterfly. And so you can see that he has gathered them all up. The problem is there's not too many of them, and they only live in a certain part of China within 1 square kilometer radius. And so he gathers them all up so that they can meet and date and mate and have offspring. And he's taken the population from 7 of them at the lowest. Now it's up to 500,000 million, which is just so cool. And we need more people like Senjen on this earth.
Wait, 500,000 million's not... Never mind. Regardless, I feel like the end story and the moral of the story is awesome. I'm glad that someone's doing the preservation things because those societies that are supposed to preserve, sometimes they're not able to... cool. So this guy figured out the solution. Hey, love to all the butterflies. Love to all the butterfly lovers. Love to all the people that are doing the things so the butterfly populations continue to grow. Especially those monarch butterfly people. Hey, appreciate you guys. Love to all the butterfly lovers. Oh man, reminds me of Pokemon Butterfree. Aw, so cool. Caterpie. Can't remember the Pokemon's names now.
A pirate's life is definitely not for me. This is what's known as a pilot transfer, and it's how they transfer people from ship to ship while they're still moving. This lower section is called the pilot ladder, ropes and wood, and it's attached to the hull. The other one is called the accommodation ladder, and it comes down from the ship's deck. When used together, they're called a combination ladder. Not the most original terminology, but hey, the more you know.
I mean, like, why does this have to happen during the travels? Like, you can't just wait till they get to a port to do these transfers. You have to risk their lives in this fashion. Like, how much money are you saving doing it this way? I feel like it's costing you more. I don't know. We need to make sure the chef can get on there, bro. We don't have a chef on the ship. He's going bananas. I don't know. Like, what's the reason? Like, you have to, the entertainer needs to get on the board. I don't know. Something's off here. I feel like you can save money just by waiting till they get to the port.
This is really sad. This is Ronnie Coleman, former Mr. Olympia, barely struggling to walk up, sit down in this chair. He was my childhood hero. I'll show you in just a minute at the end of the video. I'll show you what he used to look like. But he didn't look like this. So he's had multiple back surgeries. Apparently they've been botched. Man, this is what he used to be like. I used to watch his videos before, getting pumped to go to the gym and lift heavy. Yeah, so sad.
First and foremost, I'm biased here. I do not believe, I think Ronnie lived, and I think Ronnie got to witness everything he wanted to do and got the titles that he deserved. It does not take away from what he has done, and I think this is a living legend. I love Ronnie. I think he's definitely still Mr. Olympia in my eyes, regardless of what he's now going through. I think he's still very proud of the moments that he had. Does not take away from any future of Mr. Olympia. Just know the risks of the profession that you are chasing and understand that others have gone through this, and this could be as bad as it gets, or there could be worse things. So just understand what you're getting into. Hey, Ozzy would live longer than Hulk, and you start to wonder, hey, is it worth all those muscles? I just want you here as long as you can with me, bro. Don't need them muscles. I just need you. But sometimes the muscle helps. Oh boy, sometimes the muscle really helps. Man, I'm so sad, but at the same time, this is not sad to me. It's actually amazing to see that he's getting to continue. At least he got to experience, and now he gets to witness. So I think this is a continuation on his timeline and not a bad thing.
Wait, what?
Okay.
You need one room key or two room keys?
Two, just in case I lose one.
Yes, I'll just complete this for you. Just help me with your signature, what it says guest signature. Let me just process your room registration.
No visitors allowed in any of our guest rooms. Signature must match the one on your ID.
Alright, sir. I will just process your room.
I'm sorry. Now I've seen it all. I'm just not okay with that. How about you?
I guess it took you a while to understand, but they already started doing this at the banks too. Like the ATM tellers are now just virtual people at the ATM, and you do your business. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. They were doing this in hotels in Las Vegas already. I went to the Link like 2 or 3 years ago, and they were like, hey, there's a kiosk you used to check in. I'm like, I just want to go to the front desk. No one was at the kiosks at that time. Now, there's like no front desk staff. Everyone is at the kiosk. So that was like 3 years ago. Now went back like 2 years back after that. And it's like, whoa, everything's changed. Now everyone's kiosk is the way. Kiosk is the express path, bro. Oh boy. Oh boy. And then soon even the house cleaners are going to get replaced. They're just going to have those AI robots that just come in. At least maybe those AI robots will do a little bit better job of keeping the places clean. Because when they bring those UV lights out at those hotel rooms and then you start seeing all the places they did, at least the robots will know. The robots will know.
Well, with Britney Spears, they did the whole, what was it? That they kept trying to make her be better or something. And they end up, they want her to keep making albums even though they're driving her crazy. Oh. And then by the end, she shoots herself in the head or something like that. And they're like, but then they have her in the studio and she can't even make noises with her mouth because she blew her head off, basically.
Wait, first and foremost, leave Britney alone. This is not what transpired. I think it got to her and she shaved her head, and I think you're trying to make... I'm not aware of any head injury, so I think you're making a joke out of something she went through. I think it's a serious thing she went through. I think it's a problem in the Hollywood industry where they find these young singers or entertainers and they bring them into an industry and they work them to the bone, literally to the point that they're not able to speak or talk or have any things without having some type of conservatorship or grantorship or some type of weird way that someone now tells you what you can and can't do, and you think at the time that, hey, I'm getting all these riches, I'm getting to do all the things, but then you realize after it's all dead and signed, whoa, that you basically signed your life away to the industry. Some get out, others, they show you the problems and they openly tell you, and we just mock them. No, we need to change. Also, we shouldn't have never let what they did to Britney and Justin Bieber happen. It's not on us. It's also the industry itself. But at the same time, who's going to be the ones? Sorry, Spradlin, we're going to do two more to end them all.
China has roughly 250 times the shipbuilding capacity of the United States. They have 50% of the shipbuilding capacity of the entire world, and the United States has 0.1%. How does the growing Chinese Navy stand up against the U.S. and its allies' Navy?
As they continue to expand their military investments, their technology is also advancing in many ways, not only in the shipbuilding industry, but we see that they're making significant advances in the area of robotics and unmanned systems. But at the same time, these technologies have not necessarily been fully tested in real conflict, and we certainly hope that Taiwan will not be their testing ground.
I don't want any testing grounds. Hey, we're going to do any tests, go do it in some other dimension, not in mine, all right, buddy? Oh, boy, they're going to mess it all up, and it's going to be another certain thing, collapse another Earth into another, and then boom, Mandela effects. But this time by the Navy. Oh, God. And now we're going on like, hey, which country has the best Navy? Which country has the best Air Force? Which country? I don't care. Let's just stop the fighting. Let's just love the people. Let's just keep the people going. Don't you understand? They're just trying to restrict all of us. We need the growth of humanity. That's what I'm looking for.
And I talked to Prince 8 hours before he died. I talked to Prince, and he called and he was pitching. He was saying that me, him, and Jay-Z should start an entertainment company. And he said he had talked to Jay, and he wanted to do it. And we talked that night, and in the morning, he was gone. I don't know what that says about me.
Well, I don't think it. You have enough experiences in life. Look, things happen. Lightning strikes, and you have enough.
Oh, no. I'm like, nobody don't go.
Bro, why are you laughing, bro? This is sad. Why is this funny? You want to start an entertainment? You find that funny? Well, what's happening, bro? What's happening with you, man? I feel like someone else should have just slapped you. Sorry. Don't come after me. Don't come slapping either. Oh, God. This guy's going to turn abusive on you, Teddy. He's going to be the I Am Legend of our times. He's also the iRobot of our times, too. You don't understand. He found the Sunny. He asked the right questions. Oh, God. I was talking about right questions. Hey, how's it going? You made it to the end. How'd you do? Yeah, these are the right questions. Oh, did Will know that it was going to happen? What was he trying to say? Why was he laughing? This is so weird. These are the right questions. Hey, hope you're having fun. There should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.